Well, a lot of ACC supporters thought that Dalvin Cook got the slight on the national stage in favor of Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey. They may want to look at the comparison between Dalvin Cook and Elijah Hood as the best back in the ACC. Cook kind of the default answer there, but you got to look at Elijah Hood and what he brought to the table last year. And again, coming back to the Tar Heels this fall. We bring in Jeff Greenberg from inside the ACC to help us break down the running back position that, like the wideout spot, loaded with talent in Chapel Hill. Jeff, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Mark.
Elijah Hood, Jeff. Wow, this kid. 6.7 yards per carry, 17 touchdowns, almost 1,500 on the ground. He's a beast. He's a monster.
He is. I mean, he's everything that you want in a running back, from size, power, and then I think last year what he started to show is he has the speed too to break off a longer run. And he's one of those guys Coach Fedora has described as they have to watch him in practice because he likes to initiate too much contact. And to try to keep a running back like that healthy throughout the year, they've actually had to keep an eye on him in practice because he's the one looking for contact, not avoiding it.
You know, Jeff, we got to see what TJ Logan was able to accomplish, especially in the open field in his 6 carries specifically against NC State. A couple big touchdown runs, a long one for 100 yards, total yardage on the ground for him. He certainly complimented Hood very well at 6.1 per carry.
Yeah, I think especially as the year went on and Logan was healthier and healthier, they became a really dynamic 1-2 punch because they're very different running styles. Hood is more of the run over you, where Logan's going to be the one to find the space and lose you in space. And I think this year you'll see even more of that 1-2 punch with, you know, Hood getting over 1,400 yards. Logan had over 400 yards rushing, but then he also had receiving yards, both combined for over 22 touchdowns. And I think this year, just based on the way the offense is built, you've got so many weapons that they're going to try to keep the defense on its heels. And at running back, you'll see a good 1-2 punch between the two of them.
So there's the 1-2 punch, Jeff. And then on top of that, you've got a kid who was the 15th rated running back out of high school in 2015. And you've got a number of options here, even if something tragic or from a football standpoint happens to Hood and or Logan.
Yeah, that's Jordan Brown out of Durham, North Carolina. Really dynamic playmaker. I think we've talked about before in the state championship game last year for his team, he actually played quarterback. So it's got to be pretty diverse, pretty good athlete, pretty good football player to be able to pull that off. I think you're going to see them try to use him when he gets on the field in many different positions, many different spots. And then you also have to look at the guys coming back with Tyson Williams and Chris Francis, who's kind of the veteran stalwart there. Tyson Williams had a really good beginning of the year, got injured and did not play as much down the stretch. But it's another big kid like Hood out of South Carolina that should do big things for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, Williams, 19 carries for 57 yards in mop-up duty, again, out of Sumter, South Carolina, 15th rated running back 2 years ago, and just out of this last recruiting class in February. Jordan Brown and some exciting things possibly in store for Tar Heel fans with Brown carrying the football out of Durham, North Carolina. All right, loaded with talent on offense at wide receiver and now running back. Jeff, we appreciate the time.
No problem. Thanks, Mark.